Hello everyone, welcome to this online TA session. Today we're going to review chapter 24 about different kinds of debt. The first question is about the debt seniority. Question A, as a senior bondholder, would you like the company to issue more junior debt to finance its investment program? Would you prefer it not to do so, or would you not care? So, in contrast to the senior bondholder, the junior bondholder holds the junior debt. So what is the junior debt? Junior debt is the debt that is either unsecured or has a lower priority than of another debt claim on the same asset or property. It's a debt that is lower in repayment priority than other debts in the event of the issuer's default. So, as you are a senior bondholder and you like the company to get more money to refinance more easier, sure, you would like an issue of junior debt because it doesn't hurt you. Question B says you hold debt secured on the company's existing property. Would you like the company to issue more unsecured debt to finance its investments? Would you prefer it not to do so, or would you not care? In this case, you hold debt secured on the company's existing property. You may ask, well, this debt is secured, why would I care? But still, you would prefer it not to do so, because the existing property may not be sufficient to pay off your debt. Unless it's also junior debt and the company keeps issuing all junior debt and junior debt gets repayment after you, so you would prefer it not to do so unless it's also junior debt. Next question is on private placements. Explain the three principal ways in which the terms of private placement bonds commonly differ from those of public issues. So private placement notes, also called short as PPN in industry, it typically have simpler loan agreements which may nevertheless contain custom features. So private placement notes are not so standardized as public debts, but they will have more stringent covenants and they are more easily renegotiated. So these three are the main differences between private placements and public debt. Next, we will look at miscellaneous characteristics on debt, on different kinds of debt. Question A, is it better to hold unsecured bonds than secured bonds in the event of default? It's not true. In the event of default, secured bonds have seniority for the relevant assets. In other words, secured bonds gets repayment first. Question B, many new and exotic debt securities are triggered by government policies or regulations. Well, it's also true. But some new securities like Eurobonds survive even when the original motive for issuing them disappears. So, like in the history of financial innovations, there are new securities coming decades after decades, but after the original motive, some stay, but some exit the stage. So it's true, and some of them still remains in the market. Question C, Call provisions give a valuable option to debt investors. It's not true, because call provisions, it's a way to give the issuer the right to buy back before the maturity date. So in other words, the borrower, the debt issuer, has the option. Question D. Restrictive covenants have been shown to protect debt investors when takeovers are financed with large amounts of debt. This is certainly true. But in certain cases, debt issues with weak covenants suffered in such takeovers. Question E. Privately placed debt issues often include stricter covenants than public debt. However, public debt covenants are more difficult and expensive to renegotiate. We covered this question in question 6. So private placement notes, they often include stricter covenants, but they also have simpler loan agreements than public debt. So public debt covenants are more difficult and expensive to renegotiate. So the costs of renegotiation are less for private placements. That's all for chapter 24. Thank you.